Kemetic Paganism 101, Part 2. Now, in the last episode, we talked about how Kemet got its name, okay? And we also seen a map of ancient Kemet, okay? And you're going to see another map of that, too. So, let's go a little bit further and talk about Upper Kemet and Lower Kemet. Now, when we talk about upper and lower, you would not be amiss if you think that upper is above. I mean, think about it. You know, let's talk about the state of Michigan, okay? So, Michigan is this here. You have the Upper Peninsula. This is the Upper Peninsula, right? It's above, right? Well, when it comes to ancient Kemet, the Upper Kemet is not here. It's here. So this is Upper Kemet. This is Lower Kemet. So Upper Kemet is actually below Lower Kemet. I know it makes no sense, right? It's like, excuse me, who came up with this idea? Well, the Hapi River did. The reason why is because instead of the Hapi River flowing from north to south like you think it should, it flows from south to north. Okay? So, you have the Upper Kemet and the Lower Kemet. Okay? So, that's how the lands go. So remember that. Upper is below lower. I know, makes no sense, but that's how it is. Okay? Now, where did the people of Kemet come from? Okay, well, I'll tell you right now, they did not come from Europe. That is right. I know. For the original people of Kemet, okay, around 5,000, 6,000 BC, some say even earlier. There are many people who believe that Kemet is over 50,000 years old. Okay? Not saying it is or isn't, but there are people who believe this. And it's up to you to do your research and find out. Okay? But the first people of Kemet, okay, we call them Kemetians or Kemites. Okay, I like the term Kemetian. Come south of Upper Kemet from the land of Kush. Now you probably know that term if you ever read the Bible. Okay, the Kushites are one of the tribes. Well, I shouldn't say tribes, but one of the people that the Israelites were fighting. Okay, that's just something else that one could, you know. Also, they could have been ancient Nubians. Now, the Nubians and the Kemetians had times of quarreling and times of coming together. Okay, so the first people of Kemet, okay, were more like, and I gotta use certain things, probably about this color here, or maybe this color here, this nice little mahogany. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it's very important to know who the first people were when it comes to when you want to learn about either your heritage or learn about a religion or a path that you want to follow. Okay, so it's always good to know about the history and the past, the good, the bad, the ugly. Okay, now hairstyles, probably not straight hair like I have. Okay, but they probably had different style hair. Some might have been longer hair, some might have had naturally shorter hair. Okay, but their hair was not European in nature. Okay, Okay, now they probably did put stuff in their hair to cause it to be a little straight and stuff like that, or things like that. But actually, a lot of times they shave their head for one reason and one reason only: bugs. Desert area. It was it was just something part of life. Okay, a lot of them wore wigs. Wigs were worn. Also, sometimes they shave their head because of their job. Priests, priestess, stuff like that. A lot of times shave their head. Okay, there's actually proof of this. So, beyond that, but also the colors of their hair. Most of the time, their hair would be a dark black, mahogany color, maybe brown, sometimes red. Okay. Now, a lot of times they would dye their hair with henna to make it red, almost like this color here. Okay, but there are ancient Kemetians that had natural red hair. Seti, if I'm right, was one of them. But that's going a little bit further up when it comes to dynasties. Okay. So as you know that, remember, Upper Egypt, or Upper Kemet, okay, is below Lower Kemet. The first people of Kemet, okay, came from the south. Okay. In fact, they're probably one of the first people to organize into a community. Okay. They're also one of the first to come up with a spiritual system. Okay. Some will say those in Southeast Asia, China, so that theirs might be older. Now, when it comes to the religion itself, Buddhism, Taoism, something like that, is older because it never stopped. But we'll get into that later about the paganistic parts of Kemet. So, just remember also that the Nile, or Hapi, okay, was very important to the Kemetian people. For it was the flooding that actually helped cause the growth. Okay, so the flooding and the receding of the waters, they were able to plant things that normally would not be able to plant in that part of the world because of it not raining as much. Okay. Also, the season started around the time of the Nile flooding, and they did this by looking for a star called the Sirius. Okay, the dog star. And they saw that Sirius star come up above the horizon. That was the beginning of the year. And they knew the flooding season would be starting. And how the flooding happened, if it happened at the right time or wrong time, could determine whether or not they'll have a prosperous year or a year of want. Also, how much it flooded. If it flooded too much, it could cause disaster. If it didn't flood enough, it could cause starvation. So, the Nile was very important to the Kemetian people. So, now that we talked about the upper and lower, and how the Nile has a lot to do with the seasons, and by the way, there are 3 seasons, and I'll just say them pretty much in English. First season is the flood, okay, which was 4 months long. The second season was the emergence. This is the growth season. You think emergence, think growth, right? that was 4 months long. The third season was the harvest, or the heat season. This is when everything's starting to dry up. It's getting hot, and so you got all the grain into storage and stuff like that. Okay, so that is what the seasons were. So there were 3 seasons, each were 4 months long. Okay, so I'm going to go into more of that. So next time we're going to talk about the calendar and start getting into the spirituality of the Commission people. So I hope you like this, and I also hope that you'll like and subscribe, and I hope to be able to do a few more of these with you. Goodbye.